Welcome, guys. Welcome to Bouqui'S Place. You know what we do here. We don't talk about the glitz or the glam. We talk about the grit and the grind. And we bring your favorite people to come share their stories with you so that you know that if they made it with everything they went through, you have no choice but to stand up, dust yourself off, and start again. And in the building today, I have former NBA player, Nigerian basketball captain, philanthropist, multi-award winning basketball player. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the one and only Olumide Oyedeji.
You highest place. This is where I am right now. Unstoppable. Just keep moving, girl. Great one, great.
How you doing? How you doing?
Well, doing good. I can't really complain. You know what? Just glad to be here this evening, just to be with these wonderful people. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, it is. It is. I mean, I've known you for like, how many years have I known you?
Over 2 decades, girl.
Wow. I'm like, oh, yeah. You know, and it's going to be an amazing day. What we do here at Bouqui'S Place is we practically equip people with necessary ingredients, with the necessary tools they need to do destiny. You know how life makes you think, because they didn't give me this, I didn't grow up with that, I cannot make it, I don't have a chance, I don't stand a chance. So we bring stories like you to let them see that, listen, man, if I made it, you can make it. You have no excuses, you know? So it's about ordinary people in their ordinary lives doing extraordinary things. And I know what you've done. We know your portfolio. So when I shut up now, you're going to start from the beginning, where you were born and all the things that you went through to become who you are today. I mean, you're the Nigerian basketball captain. You're a philanthropist. You have a team of young children that you're trying to impart, you know, and you do all these things. So we want to hear about all that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Olumide Oyedeji.
Oh, well, thank you, BOU, QU high, two back down. I know everybody. You know, I shout out to everybody on this building. So, just been a wonderful and amazing journey. So far, I know you. Yourself, I must actually congratulate you for the what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. So I pray that God Almighty will continue to grant you abundant knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to keep doing what you're doing. So you're amazing one. So great job, girl. So
Thank you.
well, you know, it's kind of been an amazing journey, but for me, I believe impossible is nothing. Because everything in this life, just like you said before, I don't have that. You don't have to just say that, because I mean, I grew up where my both parents were not educated. You know, so my both parents were not educated, and I've been in a situation where all my life, there's nothing that they actually give to you. It's something you have to just go and get it. You know, so you grew up in the environment, like when I was born in Ibadan, grew up in Ibadan, grew up in the family of 6. Probably I have a 5 6. I'm the only boy in the family. So I'm kind of just doing everything that I need to do, that needed to be done. Everything is tough, you know. And when you grow up, and my mother is a CAC to the core, you could imagine all those ones. She forbidden my sisters wearing pants. You know, she never wear pants, no jewelry, nothing. So, and when I was growing up, I was forced to go to church. You know, I was forced to go to church. I love food so much. If I don't go to church, I was not. So, you know, so that was I just get to go. So then I grew up around that environment. I decided to be like, okay, what I needed to do. You know, growing up, I said I want to do. My parents wanted to give me what they don't have because they never had to go to school. So back in the days, you have to pick the child to grow. You have to pick who and who to go to school among all your children. You know, you came from the polygamous house. So that was where my mother came. That was where my mother grew up. But a lot of things that a lot of people never knew, you know, which kind of just probably just be a little secret. I'm supposed to be the king. You know, yeah, supposed to be a king, supposed to fight for king, because my grandfather was actually a king. And
Kábíyèsí o. Kádé pẹ́ lórí kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ o.
you know, there's a part of kind of exclusive about BOUQ, you know, unstoppable place right there. So, you know, reveal something that people never knew about it. So, my grandfather was a king. I just brought royalty. That was when Oyedeji is from. And when you also come out and you just said, my name, actually, if I have to just say, my name is Olumide Oyedeji Joshua Oyedeji. Akamu.
Akamu.
You know, so that's the thing. And because of the religion, my mother was so religious, she decided, okay, you know what, I have to go to, I was put in a private school then by my cousin. He said, my mother said, no, I have to go to private school, I have to go to Christian school. So not too many Christian schools there or private school at that particular time in Ibadan, except you're talking about Austin, Jericho, Oritameva Baptist Nursery and Primary School, kind of far from where we were living. So I was enrolled at the CAC Primary School in New. So so that's how we get it there. From there, I went to, it was still kind of really funny and funny. I went to CSC Primary School in Earring, and by the time I chose the secondary school, I chose Loyola College to go to secondary school. When I chose Loyola College, they didn't pick me at Loyola College because Loyola College was too demanding. Despite that, I had a 70% of my common entrance, I was not good enough to go to Loyola College. So I was transferred to Army Barra Grammar School, so formerly Olujoro High School. I went to Army Barra Grammar School. For no reason, I just was sudden, and I decided I said I'm not going to go to school again, and I stopped going to school. So after stopping school, I just started doing a lot of crazy things that nobody ever believed. So during this period, they didn't know what to do. I mean, I was a bus conductor. Yeah, I was a bus conductor. I did bus conductor. And probably I go around the garage, try to let me help you to carry some loads. Oh, here and there. So I could just make money. Then my mother just they put me to an apprentice or printing press. After 3 weeks or 2, 3, I quit. I stopped. From there again, what is going to be just running around until after 3 years, stopped going to school. My mate is in Form 3. And I said, okay, what am I going to do? I just decided that, you know what, I just want to go back to school. But everybody already wrote me off. So people never was going to be, everybody was like, look, it's just like, at this particular time was my mother, always going to church, praying, crying, being to this place, you have to be better for your life, and all those things. So I was just like, I never knew what was going on until I decided that I was going to go to school. And when I tried to go to school, but I couldn't go back to Form 3. So my mates already went from 3, from 4, Form 3. So due to that, I couldn't cope. I had to go back to Primary 6. So
What?
Yes, I had to go back to Primary 6 when my mate went from 3. So I could go to school. So then everybody was still down, but at the particular time when I went back to primary 6, when my mate was in from 3, I was down mentally, emotionally. You know, they look at me, they laughed, and everybody look at me, oh, what you doing? Like, well, I was ashamed of myself. At the same time, I wasn't kid. So, and how going to, at the end of the day, when I was doing do all those things, just doing all those crazy stuff, and I decided to, and on Saturday, on Sunday, I'm going to go do bus conductor job that's going to send me to school from Monday to Friday. Just take care of myself. So now I was the primary 6. Again, I did a common entrance. When I did the common entrance again, now again, I was not at Loyola College. I chose again at the Army Barrack Grammar. Again, I was like, wow. So, long story short, I had the opportunity because my mom used to know the former vice principal back then. One way, and my friend's father is late now. Shout out to Michael Adela Kumbe coming, who his father also actually helped me to get admission to not smart enough. I'm smart and intelligent, 78%. That's a high. But Loyola College was just too. And I attended Loyola College. So I attended Loyola College. I joined, enrolled, I did everything. So now Loyola College, everything started. When I was growing up, I was a soccer player. I played Lally under 13, Youth Fund under 13. I played all sorts of soccer. Back then, I played for Montreal and I did everything. At the same time, basketball court was just in the middle of my classroom at Loyola. When I was in Loyola, I was a jack of all trades. We used to do inter-house sports. I was in the St. Augustine Blue House. Maybe that's why I love it. It was the Blue House, St. Augustine. Well, I did a track and field. I did 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, javelin, discus, long jump, high jump, handball, volleyball, badminton, tennis. I was just jack of all trades. And basketball was my last sport. So every time I look at the front, I'm going to keep seeing basketball court at the middle of the class. You know, so at the middle of the school. So I just try to pick up, okay, let me just play basketball like I play basketball. Sorry, like I do every other sport. So I never knew basketball was actually going to be a sport. Until I started seeing myself growing up and growing taller than my age group. You know, so a little bit gradually, I was playing soccer. But I did not go. I did everything I could. I was in soccer and everything until when I got to Ife, the greatest Ife, the African most beautiful campus, the conscious, digital and progressive, a Luther and the gives a lot of
Against the oppression.
That's what learning and culture, sports and struggle. Great Ife. I love you. That was where I was flourished, nourished, challenged. It was challenge. I beg you, this is the greatest Ife. No other one.
Haters are saying, I beg you.
So, you know, when all those things happened, you know, when I was growing up, all this part, I'm going to work from Loyola College 3 times a week. I'm going to trek to Adamawa to go play. And then from there, I had to go. From church, I had to come back home. If I'm not home on time, I was not going to eat. And I had to go to class. I had a lesson. It was extremely difficult, but I stayed dedicated. I was like, you know what? I am going to succeed. Because everybody looked down on me. I was playing without no basketball shoes. I had no basketball shoes. I was playing on the concrete floor with the slippers, with the flip-flop. When the flip-flop caught, I started playing with shoes. And one particular time that I had a chance to buy, that somebody actually gave a basketball shoe. The shoes under the shoes are red. And I have to go and look for tire to cut the tire patch that I'll be able to play. But to God be the glory. I never stopped. I kept moving. At the end of the day, we just have to do so many things, moving from Loyola, trek all the way to Nasinga and trek back, no money, no my mother, when they didn't give me any money to go to for transportation because she didn't send me a message. Back then, everybody believed that when you play basketball, sports, you just wasting your time. So that was what happened. So, and I did everything I could. I tried to play for school then. They didn't, everybody kept laughing at me. 6 feet, you don't know how to play, whatever. Well, I stayed dedicated. And when I got to Ife, that became another story. The first time I got to Ife, I tried to play basketball. They told me that you are not good enough. What? They said no. But sorry, before then, I had no shoes. Wow, I said I had no shoes. And my school fees was 90 naira. And I believe I had another 90 naira for my accommodation. And I had some money. But you know how students were. I need to buy Geo plus graph plus fee. You know, I'm sure you know how all this was back in the days there. Instead of geography, I want to buy Geo and graph and fee. So I want to buy book.
Text a book.
So I believe I have some little money that I'm supposed to use to eat, whatever. So I went ahead and used to go buy basketball shoes at Ekote Edo Ibadan. I felt good. I believed to play basketball. I got to that basketball court, and they told me you were not good enough.
My sister said, "What year was this?"
That was 92. 92, 93. They said that I was not good enough. Wow, I was not good. After I used all my school fees, all my money to go and buy shoes, you said I was not good enough. I cried out of that day. To be honest with you, I was not good enough. Not good enough, to be honest. You know, so, and I cried out of that court. I said that none of you better than me. None of you will be better than me. And I knew, to be honest, I was not good enough. I was not good enough. But I cried out of that court. And I have a couple of my friends, they hated me because of that. They said I was arrogant. They said I was stupid. They called me different kind of names. I was full of myself. But I stayed dedicated. I stayed devoted. I'm getting better. I came again. They said, no, let's go to the other side with the girls. They go and play with the jeans club. They call them jeans club. So I said, okay. I couldn't do anything. I started playing with the girls. That started coming up and coming up and coming up. Yet I wasn't good enough to still play for the school. You know, if they had a great basketball tradition, every night when you get to campus, you go to things like playing the All-Star game, you see the old gym packed. You know, like back then, you know how whenever boys see anybody filling the gap, you know, from Murray, from Mose, that's to see different kind of move. At that time, you know, I ain't get no move. No move. I still don't get move. so it just the way the thing works, and I decided that, you know what, I want to get better, and nobody's going to be better than me. And one thing about it is, like, I want to be the best in anything I do. I knew I was going to be great. I don't know. So I started keep getting better. People keep laughing at me. I only practice with the one shoe, with a one short. 2 t-shirts, wash and wear. Immediately I finish practice, I will wash it and just ready the next day, wear it again, because I couldn't afford to buy nothing. So at that time, I came up again, went on the rebel again. I told my roommates, I said, you know what? I had a dream that I played in the NBA. They say, you playing in the NBA? Oh, they will continue, but oh, stupid. Who are you? You say you play for the NBA, you play for Indiana Pacers? You must be out of your mind. You are just an idiot. This guy hated me for that because I said I played in the NBA. But you know what? I never let anybody stop me. Kept moving, you know, because it wasn't easy. So basketball, I was at that class. I mean, I was my class rep. I had no social life. Therefore, I didn't have any money for any social life. You know, I mean, I love to go to fingers to go New Booker, but because where's the money? I mean, I only have ₦5 and the ₦5 for a week. So I have to go to this town, buy rice. I almost show ni pepper man, almost show ni Maggi man, almost show lepo man. You know, use all these things to just kind of just leave. You lived on it, and I kept moving. So at that, I was a class rep. If you know you want to pass, come to Olumide because I have no social life. You have social life. If you can't read, I will read for you. you know. So, I mean, just all those things just get going on until I had a breakthrough. I came to Lagos. When I came to Lagos, I had a story. So when I came to Lagos, I had a story. After all this year in Ife and everything I didn't make the school team. I wasn't good enough. I didn't have anything. It was difficult for me to eat, and I had to rely on everybody that wanted to do the homework, that wanted to do the assignment. You know, so then I could do the assignment so they can pay me. I could live and all those things. Now I later came to Lagos. When I came to Lagos, I just wanted to watch basketball. I came to Lagos again. They were playing Division 2. I said, well, you know what? Let me just try to see what I can play. I went to one team. They said, thank you. Wow. I went to another team.
Say that again. You played for what team?
Now I went to Lagos. They called Surulere Wars in Division 2. I went to Surulere Wars when I came from Ife to play for Lagos, to play in Lagos. They said you are not good enough. They didn't answer me. I went to Air Force. They say you're not good enough. They say no, we don't want you. You're not good enough. I went to Maiduguri Bono. They say you're not good enough. I went to like 5 teams. They rejected me. I never stopped. I remained for so I just said no problem. I just started. I went to that one. No, okay, no. I mean, after the play, I knew as a young man, you started playing play pickup game. I played pickup game. I was playing pickup game, and so that was when they just came call you. You that tall boy, yeah, call him. I was like, okay. So I went there. They said, okay, you want to play? I said, yes, I can. I said, you wanted to play? I said, no. Okay, give him jersey. So at that time, I just game for the Dan Warriors. 2 games, so 3 games that they never won. They won the game, 3 games I played with Dan Warriors, and they now came to Division 1. That was the beginning of the basketball career. At the same time, I had to go back and I make sure I do the right thing, nothing lapses and everything like that. That was just the journey of basketball and how I came out of it. But on December 31st, 1995, there was I was reading newspaper. I was in, I was in the FRC of Ibadan. Do you know what FRC? Bouquie, you know what FRC?
Federal Road Committee. Wait, FRC. Federal Republic.
Anyway, Bouquie, you're wrong. I was a member of the Free Readers Club.
Free Readers Club. Mo moye now.
Oh moye wo lo for o ti gba penalty lo throwing. It is a goal. So I was a member of the Free Readers Club, and that time I was reading newspapers, and I saw about 4 players from 4 of my students, my co-student in school, who won an award, like a best player award. I was like, wow. And I said, like, you know what? I can do the same thing. I can be the same. Can be the same thing. So on that 31st, I told you I was born and grew up in church, and if I don't go to church all year, I must go to church on the 31st. I do go to church, but you have to go to church at 9 on the 31st. I say, but I have a word with you about God. I say, I want the year that we're going to be the year of my breakthrough in basketball. I want this year to be the year that will be unstoppable. I say, I want this year to be the year that people is going to keep hearing about my name. And I want you to bless me so that I could bless other people. I want you to use so people can praise you and they can worship you more and know the miracle working God. And guess what? It happened. That the same 96, I played festival. That same 96, I played for Nigerian Customs. They gave me custom. That the same year, I joined my favorite team that really wanted to join. They scouted me, Eben Comets, the basketball club. That the same.
Comets all the way. Comets all the way.
Comets for life.
I'm a member of Eben Comets.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Comet for life. Comet Nation. Okay. So when you have all these and everything's kind of just keep going on and on, you're like, okay, what you gonna do? And I just like, okay, everything went to just Comet. And Nigerian, I was employed as a customer with a two-star, and I left Comet. I left Customs to join Comet. You know, so okay, that is what I want to be. But I play for Customs. We won all the league and everything. And I decided from Comet, it didn't stop there. I said I want to be the best. Yet I did not stop. I saw a lot of people ahead of me. I went to Comet. They started playing in the league, and I became the youngest Nigerian MVP that they never had. Nobody had. So for the MVP, I was not among the team that was selected to play, to go for the national team. And I was invited to the national team in 1997. And I made the team, and I went with the team to Dakar, Senegal. So we came back. And we went to World University Games. And from the World University Games, the career I became, from being an home-based player, I led the world. I became the best players in the world at that time. Though we didn't win, but led Nigeria to the first semi-finals in every basketball events, in junior, senior, at the World University Games. I had a player like Swadi Rolambe, so rest in peace. I had a Zamani Gideon, the Toronto Raptors GM right now, Masai Ujiri. I have Regina Wabude. I have Osita Wachuku, Mike Akubo, Blessing Madagua, Bob Morris, and Oche, who were like 8 players from home, and we shook the world. That was it. Came back to Russia. That's another story. So let me listen to another episode. Another episode.
No, go on. No, don't even stop. Do not even stop. Go ahead. We want to know how you got. We want to know how you got into the NBA and how the feeling was.
Oh well, probably. I mean, when I got out there, I started out one play with the national team, and I started my professional basketball career October 2nd, 1997. But before then, I tried to stop. You know how boys used to be now. People used to hustle. Now you must also do other stuff. Afterward, you insist. I had a team. I never said this. I had a team that asked me to stay back. That they wanted me to come to Lithuania. So I stayed back in Italy. So I spoke to Nunga. They gave me my passport. I stayed back, but it didn't work. Of Rome for 4 days. It's because I had no money. The money I had with me was, that time there was no phone, no cell phone. You have to use a card to use Italian telecom calling. So I was stranded for 4 days. Finally, I now got across to one of the guys who recruited me when I was at team, Rob Mills. Please rest in peace. He's a Dutch guy, Rob Mills. I got across to him. And after I slept on the streets, rolling around the Rome for 4 days, doesn't know where to go, no money. So he decided to drive from Netherlands to Torino for 12 hours to pick me.
Wow.
So he sent me, and the first thing I used after that was to go and buy Big Mac, to go and buy McDonald's. Because I'm as a bush Ibadan boy, you know, I know McDonald's for Ibadan. I just make sure I eat McDonald's. I must eat burger, even eat it, you know. So I just took it, and I took the train, about 4 to 6 hours train from Rome to Torino, and I go there, and I saw meals waiting for me. Drove for 6 hours, for 2 hours. Immediately we went to the theater, and he drove me back to his house in Gotham for another 2 hours. I don't even think I can, to be honest with you, I don't know how I can do that. You know, so just like, okay. I went over there, they wanted me to say, I'm going back to Nigeria. I came back to Nigeria, I finally have to just go to Russia. So when I go to Russia, that is another story. Very funny story. You know, I went along to Russia with the 3 other Nigerians. Mohamed Lashige, Colin Django was also a great TFA alumni in the Department of Engineering, Physics and Physics Engineering, rather. So, and with Friday and the maker. You know, as a typical bush Naija boy, we just the Wakago. We don't enter Russia. As we just enter Russia now, make I change our look, make I come home. As we just enter Russia, when you just enter Russia like this, you know, say you come up from Lagos 39 plus 40. As we don't enter as we just enter Russia like this, Moscow. Gun, 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 gun. As we enter, come and we can't enter, go back again. Saying, what happened? Say now, what happened? I said, who put on air condition for that side? say the air condition, what they put there, say 2 points, where they put that air condition. You know, say, Mumu be small. They don't know, say, now weather.
It was winter.
It was about to be winter. You know, it was a +2.
Wow.
And we were coming from +39.
You can imagine.
Can imagine. To make it worse, I was a fine boy when the t-shirt to say I don't land, JJC just come. You know? So, and all these things just kind of just like, wow. So we never knew it was that cold. Now we go try to get across, acclimatize. And before we left Nigeria, we were told that we're going to USA. So that we're going to go to school in US. So we go to Russia. It is the passport. It is the ticket. It doesn't hostage. And particular myself, they forced me to sign a contract in Russia. You go Russia, you can't go anywhere with passport. So I don't really have to just lay it. I can go nowhere. So 2 weeks after that, one of the worst experiences of my life, and one of the experiences that actually made me to be tougher. I don't know, Bouquet, have you ever heard about it called Yakutsk?
Huh? What'd you say?
Have you ever heard about it called Yakutsk?
No.
Okay. Yakutsk is the coldest place in the world.
Wow.
One of the coldest places in the world. We were about to go play in Yakutsk. Yakutsk is from Moscow to Yakutsk is a 6.5 hours journey. And when we get to this place, another one experience. First thing when I went at this airline, at that time was no more than Aeroflot. I'm sorry, it was Bakan Airline. On the plane like this, on the roof, there was like a water cable coming, was drilling for 5-6 hours from takeoff to landing on the plane. You trust your Nigerian now, you trust your Nigerian. Holy Ghost, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Even if I'm walking in the wilderness, you are with me. You know, it was just fun. I was scared to death. I mean, I wanted to use the bathroom. I couldn't use the bathroom. Now we got over there, and everything now became. By the time I would land Yarkos, guess what? Yarkos was now 61. Minus 1. Immediately I got over there, and I was just dressed like onions. I was sleeping with 4 jeans. I was sleeping with 4 t-shirts, 2 jackets, 2 head warmers, with the blankets. Just in my room. Imagine that. By the time you try to go to the bathroom, you couldn't even go to the bathroom because your hands are already frozen already, and you still want to use water, hot water. She's just like, you couldn't buy with cold water. You cannot imagine. And I went out there, you had to go play, and I went to the gym. To the gym where I was supposed to play to, there was no woman. And I was like the first black, almost first black in the city, 97 in Russia. Anytime I go, people now come to me, they're not touching my body. But I put Japan for the I never really seen this black man before. So, and as a bushman, I'm not disputing that one as a bad boy. When they wanted to play like this, my leg was like this in the shoes. So I said, okay, you know what? I locker room. Let me try to put hot water on my leg, so maybe I'm going to feel better. That was the worst thing I've ever done. That was the worst. Put hot water on my leg, and I just like fell down because the shock. I'm sure you could imagine the shock from cold and I was from extreme to extreme. Do you know what came out of my mouth when I was dying? Baba usi nile yui, iya usi nile yui, ishe aje lo bo bebe. I was just, it was just tough. So when all this thing happened, we went on, and I came back to Russia. Anyway, come back to Moscow. Now I had another problem with language. My problem with language, I couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak Russian, I couldn't speak. Now anytime I try to say, Coach, I don't understand. You're not because okay, one day just came like, you know what? Yo, there. Olu, the Prince. That problem, Here, Paima Pangliski, here, Paima. Here, Paima Pangliski, here, Paima Paroski. He was telling me, I don't understand English. You don't understand Russian. It's your problem, not my problem. So that was what my coach used to tell me. I said, okay, no, because so we just started speaking. So then I was like, you know what? So due to that, I was learning Russian. I like, Coach, привет, молодежь, привет. Cadillac, привет, Coach. I was like, what? Like, Coach, извини, пожалуйста, когда тренер, сколько тренеров? I was like, Coach, what time is the practice? It was like, ooh. I was like, okay. So how was in Russia? Because I couldn't communicate. And a lot of this when I was in Russia, because there was going to be a place that you're going to go. Some people follow you monkeys. Some people tell you that you can't do this. They call you monkeys. Then people call you. But some people, when they go to they're not going to tell. It is what it is. So you couldn't stay up. Everybody go to club. Everybody go to party. They do. I stay home. I do what I need to do. So until I had a break, So when you in Russia, it was tough. Now I went to Germany. I had a chance to play with Doug Nowitzki. Was NBA Hall of Fame, and everything was good. So that was when I could say I now had it. But when I was in Russia, when I was in Germany, I started doing, I said, okay, I want to be the best. And I look at it, the kid play, oh, he has the talent to play in the NBA. I asked this year, I said, how this one want to be, how that one want to be. So whatever happened, that happened. So, but when I was in Germany, I went, you know what? I still want to be the best player. I still want to get to the NBA. I look at it, and like, at that particular time, there's something they call the Nike. That means the best young players in the world played against the best American player. I said, you know what? I want to be this young best player. I want to be among the. Now I had a chance, I had a chance to be in a Nike Treviso. So this Nike cap in Treviso, I mean, I still have my blood in me anyway, always gonna be on me. But I have to change the mentality. I was one of the best 5 players in the camp. Best 5 players in the camp. But during the All game, they didn't pick me. What happened? You know, so what happened? Because as a typical Nigerian man, I went to he said, I should see you. He said, okay, look, George Rodney. He said, double O. I said, yes, sir. Double O. I said, yes, sir. You know what? You're not going to play the All-Star game, and I'm not going to put you in the game because you're always late. I said, and me? No, I don't need to. I'm always on time. They say, yes, you come. I said, they say it's 8 o'clock, and I'm 8 o'clock. And I walk in 8 o'clock. Typically, I'm late. One day before 8 o'clock, they said they're ready. They start about 5 to 8. They put everything to it. They say, you know, me, I'm never late. They say, yes, you're late. Because I'm walking in 8 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
So from that day up to this moment, no African time for me. If they say after that, I set my clock 15 minutes ahead of regular time. You see, right? You see, my clock is about 15 minutes earlier. After that, I learned a lesson, like never be late, because you never know what's going to happen. So I went out there. That went with me. That 97, 98, they didn't pick me to play in the Nike Oops Summit. But I learned, they brought me back the next year in Barcelona. I did well again. Now they now put me in the 1999 Nike Oops. So I went to Germany and I played well. In 2000, I played well. I said, you know what? I want to play in the NBA. I believe I'm good enough because I was an MVP. And there's a goal I set for myself since when I was a child. And I said, I always want to be a patient. I don't follow people. The people follow me. I'm not arrogant, neither cocky, but I'm confident. You know.
You're dropping bars now. I ain't cocky, but I'm confident.
Yeah. I mean, I'm neither arrogant nor cocky, but I'm confident.
Confident.
You know, I mean, I don't follow people. People follow me because I'm a pace setter. But if I want people to follow me, you have to do the right thing. Because I mean, if you're dumb, you have to do something that make a difference. Because I always want to do something that nobody cannot just believe. So, you know, okay, the same Bouqui'S, you know, we're with it right now. The same Bouqui'S around with it now. I see people commenting, oh yeah, Sister Bouqui'S around with it. So, you know, so probably, and I was like, no. I said, one thing in life that they also taught me, I don't want to be part of, I don't like a story. I always want to be part of it. Because story, they're going to say, but history is forever. No matter how you want to say history, is different with story. We say story, we don't say history. So history can never be erased. Because I always want to be part of history, not to be part of story. You know, so all those things, when all those things go, like, no, it's not going to be happen, it's not going to be this, it's not going to be that. But I still believe in it. I still believe in what I want to do. Why nobody believe me? So I said that I remember 1999. I went to this guy, what's his name? Ray Allen. I told Ray Allen, I said, you're going to see me. Ray Allen was all-star player. I'm like, what? The year after next, I saw Stoudemire. I told Stoudemire, I said, Stoudemire, you're going to see me in the NBA. They look at me like, oh. They be like, where's this boy from? A Nigerian boy now. You know? So when all those come and I look at myself, I say, you know what? There's no African player that ever, you know, there's no African player that that's what they call it, African player.
Has ever played in the NBA.
Ever make it to the NBA without good college. I want to be the history. I want to be the first African player that's going to make it to the NBA without going to college in America. And I did. You know, so, and all the things kind of just keep going on and on. You know, so nobody believed me. Nobody give me a chance. They keep giving you a chance. Keep moving. For me, impossible is nothing. Ain't nobody just because somebody say like anything to do, let anybody outwork me because I want to be the best.
Wow.
You know, so you want to be the best. Anybody work you, and all those times when they talk you down, when anybody, and I love when people criticize. Because when you criticize, when you abuse me, I turn the criticism, I turn it to challenge. Yeah. Because you want to make, because you want to be, because you challenge me, I want to do better. I would not let you talk me. Everybody that watching, never talk you down. Like Allen Iverson, look, I was watching, he said, who can stop me? It's me. Nobody can stop you. You know, nobody can stop you. You know, there's going to be challenge. There's going to be a lot of atrocity going up and down. No, yes, this and that. You know, so I like, you know what? I want to be the best. I want to be, because God never created anybody dumb or we all have opportunity. So what you need to do, you have to identify. You know, you must identify yourself. You know, probably I was like, just for me, I had something. I said, when I told you that I said I wanted to play the NBA, you know, so I just like, the best way to predict the future is to create it. And all start with what? Start with dream. The best way to practice future is to create it. And it all starts with a dream. From the dream to your vision. Because your vision, which is going to be your foundation. My foundation is to play in the NBA. Is to make a difference. Is to put a smile on the faces of the young every single time. So with that one, so what do I need to do? I have to understand myself. Who am I? Who is Olumide? What am I good at? So, and all these things, whatever you want to do, you must go with a discipline. And everybody looking at, oh, this and that, whatever. But when I was sitting in the NBA, I played a 20 years professional career. I give glory to God for the injury-free career. But, you know, it's just like a situation, like I say, you know what, this is what I want to do, and that's how I need to do it. But, I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go to party. This is what I decided to be, because I'm dedicated, I'm devoted. I mean, I want to be as I do, not do as I say. I went back to school, I want to go back to school. I want to, and I mean, I went back to school, not Seattle. And I said, okay, I can't read chemistry, biology, physics, because I have to combine basketball with a lot of stuff. I decided to do a human and social behavior science. From there, I said what I wanted to do, okay, I said I want to get a summa cum laude. I want to get a first class. And I did. I set out from there, went further. I did psychology as a grade, again in the US. I came out with a first class. I
Wow.
say, okay, I want to do math, public relation and communication. So I listen. I did it again. I came up with a first class as well.
Wow.
This is all was determined because impossible is nothing. I don't believe you. If you're better than me, you challenge. Because I want to be with the people who's gonna motivate me. I want to be who's gonna challenge me. I want to be with the people who can have a positive impact in my life. A lot of people tell me, Olumide, you don't have a hearing, you don't have dread, you don't have a tattoo. I mean, I'm ugly already. Why should I put black stuff on my body? I'm gonna be ugly.
You're not ugly, Olu.
Let us say, if you find, you find. Monkey no find. My man like her. My man like me.
No, but man, you forgot to put humble on that list.
Yeah, no,
You forgot to put humble. You are very humble.
Yeah, well.
No, because I'm not just saying that because we have like 2 minutes more, right? I remember the first time I met you. You just called. I just picked my phone and you started singing my song. This was like what year? 2003 or what year? Like 90? What year was that?
I couldn't remember.
I can't remember.
I see the boy.
Yeah, and you were singing Mole Jolari Agola. You said my name is Olumide and all that. And you know,
I was hey, what you Emile, ooh. I was going out there. Started looking before kind of just saying everything's all about determination. As I told you, and I kept dreaming, and probably one thing it was just like, look, taking responsibility, do whatever I just need to do. And I said to myself that I want to be the first African to achieve what nobody ever achieved. The first African to play in NBA, Euro League, win World Cup, Olympic, and the first, right? And I'm still the first. Anybody else?
And this was the same you that didn't have shoes in Ibadan.
Life and direct. This is the same bus conductor. This is the same person when everybody looked down at. Even when I left NBA, everybody believed it was over. And even I could actually had a more better career, which also helped me have my foundation. This is the same man while everybody looked down at the same person who was a bus conductor who was getting difficult to go to be accepted in the team and everywhere. I believe impossible is not. You know, until you find yourself, until you challenge yourself, and never let anybody talk you down. Like I said, who can stop me? It's me. Nobody can stop you. You can stop yourself. Stay dedicated. Believe in yourself. Believe in your ability. Believe in what you do. And taking responsibility is extremely important. Whatever you want to do. So, they say however it is in life, whatsoever comes up now, what you think you're challenging on, you can come over if you believe. Don't let anybody tell you something is impossible. If you take it, yeah. If don't take it, do not take it. Because anything in life, if you come here, you're like, this is what I want to do, this is how I need to do, you just have to do it. And you want to set one thing for yourself, you want to set a goal. You want to set a goal for yourself. And your goals need to be what? Your goals need to be smart.
Yeah.
So anything you want to do, before you go there, you have to do what's talking about you having a dream. So you're having a dream, you must have a dream, whether you believe or not. I say, whether you believe or you can't, one have to happen. But whatever happens to you in life, to everybody, two things happen. One is going to happen. Either you let whatever happened to you make you, or you let it break you. If you let it make you, yes, you get bigger. You get bigger. If you let it break you, you know, that is not going to happen. So let it make you. Come out of your dream. Your dreams allow you to see and pursue your future. So you must have a dream. You must have a goal. Plus that goal, have an action with it. So now we want to do the math. Dream plus goals plus actions is going to give you results. You have a dreams, you have a goal, you have an action. So that is what is going to give you results. So, and that goals, you have to set a goals that always look is out of reach. If you set a goal that is without much work on top, you are stuck with the same thoughts. Below your talent, below your confidence. So that's why you must set a goal that almost look out of reach. But it's possible. Because if you set a goal that is attainable without much work on thoughts, you're just going to be by yourself. So you're going to be under. So goal need to be smart. S means your goals need to be specific. M means goals need to be measurable. A, your goals need to be achievable. How your goal needs to be realistic. Your goals need to be time bound. Need to be time bound. So you have to just say that goal for yourself. Set a dream for yourself. Wow. Humility, perseverance, dedication, desires, discipline. And whatever you do, you need to do it with the attitude of, so you probably just humble yourself. Because I never see any door that you meet, never open. And if you want to be with the people that's going to challenge you. Be with the people that's going to motivate you. Be with the people that is going to be like, oh, this is what I want to be, and like I will contribute to your life. So all that one coming is something of, well, I want to be attitude of gratitude.
Gratitude, yes.
Of gratitude.
Yeah, it sees the voices there, yeah.
Okay, so and even when you do something that is not, you're not perfect on it, don't worry. Stay with it. Continue. Every professional was once a beginner.
Of course.
So
coming from you, you're the first African to play in the NBA.
Outside from Europe. Outside the USA.
Yeah, without schooling in the USA. Yes. Without going to college in the USA, you are the first African from, Europe. Please, can you tell us again in rounding off, and then, yeah.
Probably I was the first African to ever to get drafted and played in the NBA without going to college in America. So it was difficult, but it happened. God made it happen. I got drafted. I played in the NBA, played in the Euro League, played in the Asian League. I played in 21 countries. For 3 teams. So, and probably playing in the 21 countries and the 23 teams give me a lot of it, and it gave me a lot of thoughts, and I see a lot of things in life. So, and the Olympic, playing in the World Cup, playing the African Games, team Nigerian captain, the Olympian, and working with the youth, and it just gave me a lot of opportunity to know more about people. Nevertheless, whatever you want to do in life, you can achieve it.
Wow, absolutely. Tell us about playing with Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant playing against Kobe Bryant was a great opportunity, great privilege. I played against him when I was in Seattle. I remember the first time Kobe Bryant came in when I was a rookie. I blocked Kobe Bryant the first time. I blocked him second time. When I blocked it, the whole Nigeria was jubilating. I said, I just won the championship. Olumide, we were playing about 8 o'clock in Nigeria, in the US, and that was about 5 a.m. in Nigeria, 4 a.m. then 5 a.m. in Nigeria. People were over there watching, trying to watch Olumide. So I was like, wow. So against Kobe was a good one, but there was a time I played in Orlando. People say he dunked on my head, but
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it, chat.
No, I just took enter. You don't dunk the ball finish. I just took enter. I mean, you only saw my head on camera, but I didn't jump. But anyway, he dunk on my head small, but not really. Don't dunk him. I just took head. So I mean, probably great talent. I've already seen a lot of players that are very hardworking, very dedicated, great leader. Did a fantastic job, great legacy. He was just a phenomenal basketball player. He always come to work every single time. He work out every time. Kobe Bryant, we saw rest in peace. I don't think we're gonna ever find any basketball player like that. But it showed about how work. It showed a lot of hard work. It showed a lot of dedication, which a lot of players right now, they don't believe in it, because everybody is talented. But if there's no hard work, no dedication with your hard work, your talent is gonna take you to one level and it's gonna leave you there.
Yeah.
So you need to work hard and be humble and be disciplined. Quote me. If you are not disciplined, you are not going to make it. Whatsoever you do, you have to commit to whatever you do. So if you don't do that, that is not going to happen. So Kobe Bryant is an example of great leadership. He's a winner. He's a warrior. He was a winner. He was a warrior. He was so dedicated. He was so devoted. He was so disciplined. You're going to see Kobe very, very professional. Very, very professional. So what else can you ask for? Nothing. What else? You can't ask for nothing else. But great guy. May he so rest in peace.
Wow. Tell us about your foundation, because I know you do this thing every year in Nigeria.
Olumide Oyedeji Youth Foundation, probably I've been having for like 20 years. I've been having that one for 20 years now. It's a situation where I want to put a smile on the underprivileged youth and give them helping hands. So for the last 20 years, I can tell you that at least I have about 35 to 40,000 youth that pass through this foundation all over the world, from being to about 25 different countries in Asia, South America, Africa, Senegal, Mali, Guinea, Liberia, Angola, South Africa. I've probably been to different places. In Nigeria, we've been to like 12 to 13 different cities. Then in Asia, Japan, China, Korea, Thailand, Taiwan. In South America, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, just been all over everywhere. So teaching them rudiment of basketball and also for them good leadership. So through the foundation, we have a few programs through the foundation, which is we have a basketball camp, which everybody is from 1 year old to 18 years old in the basketball camp. And that basketball camp produce not only basketball players, because we work on the leadership. We are talking about like Kafi, like I said before, CDQ, Vector, Pascal, I forgot the other one. Many. We have doctors, lawyers. We have about over 100 that play for the national team, but male and female. We have champion Michael Eric that played with the national team, was a part of it, of the Olumide basketball camp. So, and we have Akaraway, from the girls team that won Afro Basket. So we have all this one. We have about over 300 in the US who passed through this one in colleges. About 60 playing professional basketball outside the country right now. And we have doctors, lawyers everywhere. I've been to different places and I've seen them. So apart from that, we have another program called Bright Future Leadership and Empowerment Program. Through career talk, motivational speech, try to empower them. Another one is drop out, drop in. The kid that drop out of school, we put them back in school and make sure that they go to school for sure, because education is important. And so other one is read to succeed, readers to be leaders. So readers to be leaders, the what we have in making sure that they read from the 3 years old to 4 years to 12 years old, to read to them, providing books and e-reading, and make sure that they read. So other one is intercollegiate basketball championship, which is to promote education and basketball. So the majority of our basketball players, they always stop going to school after high school. So we want them to be in school because there's always going to be life after basketball. Last from my foundation before going to national one was what they call a basketball team I have, which is like a top 2, top 3 teams in the country, which is called Oops and Read, which is for education and basketball. Put them in school, pay for tuition and fee, make sure they're in school, make sure they do the right thing, and I have to just do all the sort of stuff done. So when you get all those things, I just believe I pay, make sure they go to school when they pay for Oops and Read, because they're always life after basketball. So I came up with a theme that said that education make you super, a talent make you a star. Education plus talent now make you a superstar. So I want to make a super, and I want to make sure that they kind of do the right thing, get themselves life in sport, life after sport. If you don't want to leave sports one day, sport is going to leave you. So, and I believe in education. I believe that's the only thing nobody can take away from you. And whatever you have to do, make sure you do the right thing, and you set a good example. So, and I could just keep going on and on. So that's what
me. I want to ask for a special privilege. That's my sister I pinned there. By the way, great job for everything that you're doing. We see it. We love you. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's mind-blowing. And I think it's really because of where you're coming from. Because if, you know, they had given you 50,000 pounds when you were a kid, the grind will never really be ingrained in the fiber of your being, because now you're like, yeah, if this doesn't work, daddy will help out. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you only do it because this is all you have to live for, you know? So well done. Can we have a round of applause for Olu? Thank you guys for joining. Listen, thank you so much for coming to Bouqui'S Place, and for everything you do, because what you're now doing is you left everything and you're giving back to your home country, and you're now the captain of the Nigerian team. You know what I'm saying? It says a lot about your heart, because you could just say, man, it's for me and I'm good, but you're back home doing this and we see all this. So how's that going, by the way?
Oh, well, probably. I mean, it's kind of challenging to be honest. It's very, very challenging, and you see a lot of people take advantage of you. A lot of people still take the opportunity, abuse the privilege. But I believe there is a lot of Olumide out there, and I want to see more Olumide out there. Probably, I'm seeing a lot of people coming down. When you come with a situation, when you want to help kids, I have a lot of kids that I help, that I'm still helping. I mean, I'm a father to a lot of kids, you know. So you're still going to see a lot of people taking advantage of you. A lot of people still going to think you're a fool. You know, I mean, African will be African, Nigerian will be Nigerian, no matter what it is. But whatsoever happen, you know your heart, you know your intention. You're not expecting anything out of what you're doing. You're just doing it from your heart. Even when people still try to abuse it. But what about other people that never did anything wrong? But I've been in a situation when I feel like quitting. But I had a quote. Anytime you feel like quitting, remember the reason why you started the journey. The reason why I started the journey is to make a change. Is to make different, is to put smile on the young boys and girls' faces and on the privileged youth and give them helping hands. So, you know, I would have been discouraged for the last 20 years. I'm spending my own money. I'm spending every single thing on myself in all my programs. There's no money from anybody, no money from anywhere. I'm still doing it. I don't know how I'm doing it, and I don't want to know how I'm doing it. I give glory to God, because I might be discouraged. But the one thing is like what I'm expecting from others, from what my selfish interest in this is to see these young boys and girls become somebody in future, provide for themselves, provide for their family, and then change the community, and also help other people. So, which is why we're going to keep happening. That is only selfish interest I'm expecting from them. And I want to see them succeed in life. So that is it. I don't want anything out of them than this. So it's really, I mean, look, let me tell you one quick story. I mean, I was going to Senegal one day, about 4 years ago. I was going to Senegal one day 4 years ago, and I was sitting in the economy because 3 hours flight, and I have to buy ticket for 2 people. Or like ticket for myself is ticket for, 2 people. Ticket for myself is ticket for 2 people if I go business class. Okay, I sit in economy class. And as I was coming, they just called me, "Are you Olumide?" I said, "Yes." As I sat in my economy class, They just said, "Are you Olumide?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Come over." They said, "Okay." So I sat down, they said, "Come over." I said, they took me to first class. I said, "I'm not by myself, we're 2. They said, "Come over." And we sat down there with 2. And after that, you guess who came? The pilot came. He said, "You say you're Olumide?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Why?" I said, "You don't look different." I said, "Yeah, wow." I said, "I'm one of your camper in year 2001. And it's the captain." And they put me in economy class. In the first class, from economy class that I sat down, me and the other person that we went together. You see something like this, you get motivated. You feel like doing more. I've been to bank. Just asked me to come to his office. He's a bank manager. I've been, you see things like these. It's kind of just amazing, and you kind of feel happy about it. But it's difficult, and just keep moving. Keep moving. That's it.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much. This is so inspirational. Thank you so much for coming to Bouqui'S Place. Your golden heart will continue to keep you. Your heart of giving back will continue to sustain you. And we pray that everything you need, every help that you need, God will supply for you, because what you're doing is exceptional. And you know how it is. Nobody will celebrate all that except you are wearing. So maybe you should get some girls to be twerking in front of your. I'm playing. No, but really, we see you and we thank you. God will bless you. Helpers of destiny, someday glow or whatever will just come and say, "We want to back this up," and then you will have the opportunity to reach more and more people in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. Give it up for Olumide Oyedeji. We thank you because you have been a great ambassador in a world where all they know about Nigerians fraud, criminal. You have broken the mold and you have put the name on the map, and we thank you so much. So God bless you. Thank you for coming to Bouqui'S Place.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. And everybody who's listening right there, I want to say thank you for joining us. Be a wonderful section. Be at the Bouquie, unstoppable, undisputable. The Bouquie, keep shining and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Everyone that's listening to us, impossible is nothing. Never let anybody talk you down. As I said before, who can stop you is you. Keep shining. Keep dreaming. Everything will be great. All the best. Thank you very much.
Keep shining, keep dreaming. Everything will be great. We love you all.